Hello all. Some of you might be wondering, hey, how come you didn't post a day 3? Well, because I didn't do a day 3. Why didn't I do a day 3? Because I was busy, and every time I did have a free moment, I just didn't really feel like battling. But today, I know it's early in the morning. I know it's gonna take probably like an hour or so to upload this, but it's 1:21 now when I'm recording this, and I just went through my day 4, and I couldn't even finish 10 battles. Why? Even though I have full green bars, it's basically a couple of things. One, even though I have full green bars, it keeps saying like there's a connection problem. I've gotten on, and I've had a couple of battles, but it keeps saying like you gotta contact Nintendo or something like that. So maybe something's going on. Maybe everyone's experiencing it. I don't know. It could be just me. Two, I actually did get 4 battles under my belt, and I actually did win all of them. And it I understand people shouldn't they shouldn't have to bring certain teams just to win and stuff like that. But when you're bringing a really standard like Latias, uh, Zapdos, Hitmontop with the eject button team, and you're losing, and then you just like rage quit. I was just predicting this guy left and right. He didn't use the Hitmontop. He used a Latias, yeah, the girl, the pink one, Latias, Kingdra, a Zapdos, and a Swampert. Like I know it's not too standard like the Swampert, maybe not, but he's pretty OU. And I had Chandelure. Hold on, give me no, I didn't have Chandelure. I had Mingxiao and Chandelure were bad for the idea because he had the Latios and Latias, so right there it was a bad choice for me. And so Psychics would kill my Ghost and my Fighter, so I didn't bring either one. So I brought Zoroark, Galvantula, Blastoise, and Glysaur, and I had Zoroark disguised as a Glysaur, and I knew that if I took an Ice Beam or Water, I probably could live it, even though I actually just got done looking at my stats. That he has the minimum HP, like it's 230, which kind of sucks. Uh, and its attack like not really that high, but its speed's pretty close. I think it's only like 10 points away from being max speed, or like 20 points away. So I got to the battle. I started off with who did I start off with? Galvantula and no Zoroark and Blastoise. Yeah, because I was gonna I dark pulse the Latios with the who look like a Glysaur, and it gets funny after that because Glysaur can't learn dark pulse. I'm pretty sure, and I ice beam the Kingdra, figuring because it's dragon. I know it's water, but I figured dragon would be able to do a lot of damage. And since this is my hard hitting Blastoise, I figured I could do a good chunk. From full health bar, but here, like just the minimum. Like the Kingdra one, like, is that all you got? Uh, but the Latias, I'm surprised it survived the Dark Pulse because it's a choice spec stab, super effective, and it survived it. So he must have really good high investments in the special defense. Um, so he what did he do? He tried thundering my Blastoise with the Latias, and he missed. And then what did he do? He did something to the Zoroark, but it missed with the Kingdra. And I was like, luck was on my side for that though, actually, because for the rest of the battle, I gen changed it. I Blastoise finished off the Latias with an Ice Beam, and I just Dark Pulsed the Kingdra just to see how much. Oh no, my bad. I'm so stupid. I saw for Galvantula in the beginning because I thundered. No, I Bug Buzzed. That's what it was. My apology. Oof. My apology. I had the Blastoise and the Galvantula. Galvantula Bug Buzz. That's what it was because they broke down. It wasn't good enough. And then I Ice Beamed that, and then I swapped it. I thundered because he wasn't switching. So I thundered. I took my risk because he might have the Swampert, but I thundered the Kingdra, brought it down to about this much, and I finished off the Latios with Ice Beam, and he got off a decent chunk of damage on my Blastos, but he didn't touch Galvantula, and then he sent in Zapdos, and he Ice Beamed my Galvantula, and it brought it down a good chunk. But I was able to kill off the Kingdra with I just went for another Bug Buzz just in case he swapped. So I wanted to see what the Zapdos was going to do, so I protected. Long story short, it comes down to great prediction on my part. I sent in Glysaur because I got Glysaur out and I got the Zoroark out, and they're both Glysaur standing next to each other. And I protected with my first Glysaur, so I get the Toxic Orb. And they try and he kept trying to Thunder. Well, because he was thundering my Blastoise, but I swapped it out. The guy might have been not that good, now that I think about it, because he had... Here's his move pool for his Zapdos. Thunderbolt, Thunder, because when Thunderbolt wasn't enough, I guess you need Thunder, Fly, and Drill Peck. I'm not saying everyone's going to follow the same standard, but the fact that I mean, I like having at least one stab move on certain Pokemon. Like, my Galvantula does have 2, and this one actually has 3 because it has Volt Switch, just because its HP is electricity, so... And I figured because it's max speed, it is max, I did just look, that I could Volt Switch out if he's, like, in danger. And he's got the Shell Bell, so he'll recover some stuff at least. But his last move is Energy Ball. So that's not stab, it beats rock and ground, that's just effective against him. So I don't know, but the fact that he had Drill Peck, and I could have sworn Zapdos is pretty special attacking. I mean, maybe his hidden power was also like electric, and it would have been pointless. But I don't understand why Thunderbolt and Thunder. Like I didn't do that. I've never done. I never bought Flamethrower and like Fire Blast on a Pokemon because I prefer the guarantee hit. So 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go for the Flamethrower instead of the Fire Blast because I want to make sure it's going to hit. The only reason Galvantula got a Thunder on him is because he got kind of Pondite. So it's 9 times out of 10 I'm going to connect. So there's that. Yeah, so day 3, nothing happened. Day 4, that guy, after it came down to just my Glysaur, the real one, and his Zapdos, and he couldn't hit me because he had Thunderbolt and Thunder, and the other 2 moves he has was Fly and Drill Peck. And the Fly was useless because I have Protect, so every time he went up, I would just Protect, he would miss, and then Toxic Orb would just drain his health because I flung it at him. So I'm like, I got this match. There's nothing he can do. Drill Peck, I was like, okay. Unless he crits, I got this. Because his health bar is, first of all, it's like down to here from the start because I hit him with like Acrobatics after 1 Toxic Orb, and then Toxic Orb brought him down to here. He flies, Toxic Orb brings him down to here. I Protect, Toxic Orb brings him down to here. Drill Peck misses, and then like I go for Acrobatics, and he's got like a sliver of health left. And I'm like, okay. So he goes for another Drill Peck, and I'm like watching my health, and my health just goes like nothing. So I'm like, okay, and then Toxic Orb. I'm losing a little bit due to my Toxic Orb, just a little. And I'm like, he's dead. So after the match is saving, he freaking just quits. Whatever. Just whatever. I don't understand it. And that's another thing. Like, after my first 4 matches, he was like my third. I beat the crap out of this one guy. And there's another thing. I don't want to say people should bring certain teams, but this guy brought a Cubchoo. And he had an item. I was like, okay, maybe he's got Focus Sash or something like that to keep him alive for 1 hit. Because even though it's level 50, it's still weak. And I had Chandelure, who was a Zoroark with choice specs, and I was flamethrowing everything, and everything was just dropping like flies. Like, this guy didn't touch me. Like, I don't want to sound like a dick, but like I U-turned one of his Pokemon. That's the only damage that did anything. Was my own Life Orb damage did something to me. And I just flamethrowed everything. So when I saw the Cubchoo, I was like, okay, he's got to have some kind of game plan for this. Because why wouldn't he have just the Beartic? No, he didn't have any plans. So I don't know what his plan was. I mean, I'm happy that he was doing something original and probably his favorite Pokemon. But the fact that like there was, I don't know, there was just nothing to support it, and that kind of bothered me. Chandelure, I actually like it. I think it's one of my Galvantula and Chandelure are one of my top favorite Gen 5 Pokemon, and a lot of people don't like Gen 5. I actually do like it. Um, but to support it, because I know it's weak against Psychic, Ghost, Dark, and Ground, because it doesn't have Levitate, I gave it a balloon. So because Ground is more common to me than the other ones. So if someone does Earthquake, he'll survive it. So they basically have to waste another attack first to just pop the balloon, and meanwhile I can keep hitting him with major damage. So yeah, there's that. So I mean, I approve of unique teams, but the fact that if you don't come ready to support them, I don't understand like why bring it. If people just like brought like a level 50 Geodude and it had like a normal gem, like that makes sense because it has sturdy, so you're gonna self-destruct. But then why not just bring a Golem? I mean, true Geodude could be one of your favorites, but the fact that everyone's gonna be bringing higher attacking Pokemon. No one's gonna be bringing like Hoppips and stuff like that, or Caterpies. Like that'd be pretty awesome. Someone brought a Caterpie. I'd be like, oh my god, I'd probably fear that guy if he just brought a Caterpie. That would probably kill me because like he probably has like nothing to go for it. But I'd be so thinking like any second now that Caterpie is just gonna wreck my team. But the rest of the matches, first of all, it's taking forever. Like I was listening to my music on YouTube, and I went through 5 songs and not one match popped up. It just kept searching, searching. So that was boring right there. And every time after that, I did find somebody. As soon as the team pops up, it said the player disconnected. And once again, I know it's not me because it brings me right back to the battle. It doesn't bring me to you've been disconnected. So they're freaking seeing my team, and I mean I see theirs, and it's either typical or they have like more certain type that I'm better against. Like one guy had like all normal type, and I'm like, that's cool. But the fact that I had the fighter right from the start, and my he doesn't know, but my Zoroark and my Blastoise both do Focus Blast, so I could basically tank his team because he had nothing effective. I guess. I mean, he had a Snorlax, like he probably could have tanked my team, but I guess just the high jump kick and the Drain Punch just might have feared him. So yeah, he doesn't know what I'm running. I could have been running totally different stuff. So I don't know. But everyone would just every time after that, it would basically just people would see my team and they would leave, or I guess they were higher up because I got challenged by someone who was like 1,800 points, and I guess he saw that I was only 15, 20, and he's like, well, if I win, I gain nothing. If I lose a lot. So what's the point of battling? It's like, well, once again, this is just a friendly competition, dude. This isn't this. This isn't like oh, about to lose. Power. That didn't happen. Man, I don't understand. I've taken every loss I've had because I'm trying to learn. And if I know I'm going to lose, I at least have the respect to just run away because there's no point in continuing this match because I know I'm losing. Like if he still has like 3 Pokemon left and my Blastoise is poison and it's not like this much health, I'm gonna run. And I mean, I tip my hat off to you. You won, but I'm not gonna freaking DC because that's freaking stupid. I don't know. So there's one more day because I'm done for today. I'm not going through this whole BS of trying to connect to people. And lately today's just been the worst rage quitters today of them all. So that's like whatever. I don't know. I just wanted to test my team, and this team's okay. I still want to change quite a bit of things, like maybe not the Blastoise, maybe get a Napoleon with like Stealth Rocks and like Roar or something like that, because he could take more damage than Blastoise. Um, so yeah, maybe that. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 other things. But I'm happy with my Galvantula and the Chandelure I have right now. Like, the main purpose was to test Galvantula and Chandelure because I do want them on my team. So far, Chandelure is just so-so, but Galvantula has proven pretty useful. So Galvantula kind of earned a spot on my team permanently of like people a Pokemon I would love to use all the time. So there's that. I hope everyone else who's in the spring tournaments having a better time than I am, and I hope they're winning and doing good. And most importantly, I hope you're all having fun. So I shall talk to you another time. See ya.